All right, we are live. What they
Yes,
say.
yes.
So, um, let's start out. Um, let's give our let's give some recaps about what happened with the playoffs and everything, and then we can go to like our Super Bowl predictions, and then we can bounce around after that. Because we it's a lot of NBA stuff that we got to touch on.
Yeah.
Uh, some boxing stuff. I got a announcement I am making on the podcast
Okay,
for
okay.
a fight that's coming up.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
so yeah, we got some things we got to talk about.
All
So
right.
let's talk about let's talk about the Chiefs and Patriots game first, because that was insane. Like I never
Very,
like
very, very good game. Very, very good game.
yeah, for me not to be rooting for any of those teams, like I didn't really care this time around. I like Patrick Mahomes, but I didn't like. I would have. I was cool with Tom Brady actually going to another Super Bowl this year for once because I just felt like if he was gonna do it at this age, he deserved it. So I wasn't ruled, but it was definitely high stakes and high like moments in that game.
Yeah, I mean, when I was looking at it, I seen, I'm like, okay. Now, realistically, the expectation is not on the Patriots at all. They really had no expectation going into the game, for real, for real. Like, you knew, like, you know what they coming with. You know how they going to play. You know that they understand the time. I was worried about Kansas City at first because I wanted to see how Mahomes came out, adjusted to the pressure. Their defense is not really that good for real, which I think hindered them. It took a little second for their offense to get going, but once they got clicking, they put their points up. If they could have got a couple more stops, if they would have made like they didn't even make what they converted three third downs in the last drive of the game.
Yeah, they completed three third and tens or something like that. Like it wasn't just third downs; it was third and tens where they just was able to just get a first down. I think that was the big issue I had with the Chiefs. Like I think the Patriots completed like 28 first third downs. I mean, like not 28 third downs. They had 28 first downs. And if you allow any team to get over 20 first downs in the game, it's going to be virtually impossible for you to win that game. Like,
Yeah, like you just basically they was getting gashed every play. Like who was that? Michael. He was gashing them every play. Like it was just bad. Like you knew it was gonna be a high scoring game, but you at least thought like maybe that Kansas City defense could have got them like one crucial stop or something. At least gave a chance for Mahomes to get the ball back and see what he could do. I was really interested in seeing that for real, for real. But I'm not surprised, man. They came and did what they got to do, and then I also think this is the. He say he not retiring. He say that he not done yet, but I feel like, in my opinion, it's the end is near, whether win or lose. Like I think something is gonna happen after the Super Bowl within that organization that's gonna shake it up a little bit. So
so
good. I'm sorry.
f- funny enough, I disagree. I think he's coming back for another year.
No,
I
I
think they're
think
going
he I think he gonna come back, but I feel like something is gonna be different within the organization. Now I feel like if it break down too much, I just don't feel like Belichick is like
fully
he's.
invested.
I feel like he's less motivated. Like right now, Tom Brady is extra motivated. Like he ready to play. Like he ready to go. Like cause he feel like he been slighted, underdog status, whatever the case may be, for the first time in his career in a long time, and he embraced that feeling. But Belichick, I don't know. I don't get the same vibe from him. I feel like it's kind of wearing down on him. I don't think he done coaching, but I think he just might feel like it might be time for a change of scenery, man. And what better way to end it all than to go out on top? So
that would be insane for him to be like, all right, or even if he just was like, all right, I just stay in the front office, just pick the players because I mean he is a hell of a like they say he basically picks the players there and like I don't understand like how they've been able to like do this without like having any high picks. They
hmm
miss a lot of times on their first round pick. Like they will miss the first round pick, but then second round, third round, fourth round pick come in and be a star or a good player. They do undrafted free agents all the time. Like every
you
year
know
they
what
got
they'll
a new
do
undrafted free agent.
is they'll go get one of the Browns high end picks or something like that from one of them bad teams. Get them for like a third or fourth round pick. Put them in the system. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't necessarily like they actually be having names like. Dude, the first time you didn't hear of Rex Burkhead the first time when he was with the Patriots, like you knew he had got some work in Buffalo beforehand. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? You know they players, they coming from somewhere. The McCourty twin, NFL vet, like they know how to fill the holes, man. And they realize that like you don't need to go for the gusto. You don't have to have a super team. Long as your team got certain pillars and you build around that with talent that fit that scheme. But other than that, I mean, they did a great job of keeping that shit up for all these years. 9 Super Bowls. That's a lot, man. That's a
Yeah,
lot to
and
sustain.
I want to give an apology to Sonny Michelle. I have been shitting on him all season, especially in comparison to Nick Chubb. But like he in this playoffs, like I mean, what else can you ask for? He showed up in a major way. Like in those last two games, he had over 100 yards each game. He was getting 30 carries, so he was showing that he was durable enough to like actually be able to run through the tackles and play like full games. I was just thoroughly impressed by him. In the playoffs, and hopefully that's more to come from him. Like I liked him a lot in college. I actually liked him a little bit more than Chubb, but like as for up into the playoffs, Chubb had been much better. But Sonny Michelle finally showed up, and he showed up in a major way. They couldn't have won those two games without his explosiveness, his running inside the tackles, his patience of running, and everything. So
Yeah, I like them Georgia running backs, man. I like the cloth that they cut from. We need to figure out who that running back coach is down there because
yeah,
like they different style of runners. Like it's the way they coming out. Like you see Gurley, you see Nick Chubb, you see Michael. They like different type of runners. They bigger backs, but they still shifty. Nick Chubb is a little bit more of a power runner, but they can still shift. They can still be shifty. He can still make an impact in the passing game, and he got good speed. And then they run a lot of like them. Um, like out of the pistol running formations for real. He ain't really under the center for real. So it's like easy for him to sit and kind of sit down in the hole to look to see where he going. If like you said, if he got the patience and them holes always is open. Like New England got one of the most consistent offensive lines, and you can't name like one offensive lineman on that team. So like that combination with his skill set as being as versatile as he is with running the ball and being able to catch the ball, and then
yeah.
that offensive that consistency of that offensive line, he could definitely he gonna be good in that system.
And then another player, that just like I don't understand, like a former Brown that's just been a star for them the last 3 years, James White. Like anytime they need a third, if it's third and seven, like they're going to James White or Edelman, like each time, and they go be able to get it. I don't understand like how he's able to run routes as well as he is. Or and then even in this game, he was able to get not just run routes, he was able to get a couple runs for third down to be able to get first down. So James White is another one of those players where they got him off the scrap heap from the Browns. Uh, because of they also got him because of Michael Lombardi. It was just underrated. They got a bunch of players from the Browns that Michael Lombardi actually drafted, but the coaches didn't know how to use. And he goes to the Patriots, brings a couple of those players over, and they actually perform. They actually performed over there. It's interesting.
And then the crazy thing about that is it really is like Like you in the league for a reason. Like we every you know what I'm saying. James White had to show some flash of talent. You know what I'm saying in order for them to think he could play. It just really be all about confidence and like you said, like having a team, having personnel that know how to use the talent that they got. Like a lot of the times, like good players go to waste or waste their careers, and they make it seem like they maybe not have been as good as they really are because they get to situations where they not being their talent is not being exploited by they staff. You put Belichick in there, whatever he got is what he gonna work with. He figured out like, okay, James White is just as dangerous, even more dangerous as a receiver than he is as a running back, but he a little smaller. So we gonna run real routes, screens, little out routes, flare routes and shit like that. Get him in the open field, run little slants and shit like that. Put him on the line of scrimmage. Like he could do so much. And then Edelman, I don't know, man. Like I was just talking to I don't know who I was talking to the other day, and I was like, man, that nigga Cam Chancellor almost split Edelman in half. Like, but Edelman just got the knack of finding that space on the field. Like he just like you know what I'm saying? That's something that you can't really teach a receiver that only certain receivers ever really had the ability to do is like not they may not necessarily get open on the initial route, but for them they can find that pocket of open space, able to sit in that pocket, and then a quarterback good as Tom Brady is gonna find you for sure.
Yep.
So all you gotta do is get all he know is he gotta get to the right spot. He gonna get the ball. And now that him and Brady got that chemistry, he know like that's just something that they know. Like and then that's what's good too. They build their chemistry, like they work on their chemistry, their timing and shit like that. So even the nigga like I don't any receiver that Chris Hogan, like it's just all timing and chemistry, man. Like and that is just crazy. Like they some ball players, man. They know how to pick some ball players.
Yeah, and going back on that is talking about Edelman. Like they say, like those routes are so precise. Like his routes are so precise, but it's all they basically run. You got two options on each route, and which we gonna break this down in the off season when we start looking at that all 22 stuff. I plan on doing that too, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like two options on each route, and he always seems like he always picked the right option on third down. Like he always find the right gap or make the right move to where he wide open on third down, and he able to get a first down. And you know who
That
a player that I thought the Browns my fault a player that I thought the Browns should draft because of this is Hunter Renfro from Clemson. Like I was just watching him like his Senior Bowl stuff, and it just seemed like he always get open. Like he got that Edelman like quality where he gonna get open. It's interesting.
Yeah, that cut from like his quarterback background too, for him being able to read defenses. And then I know
Yeah.
the niggas watch hella film and shit like that. But understanding if a corner is playing this far off of you, knowing when to break the route off, knowing when to take the post instead of the corner post, or however you know what I'm saying. That just come from like receivers not using their sheer talents or speed or strength or whatever, but really paying attention to the nuances of the game. And then that's what New England always focused on. And that's what everybody always overlooked. The nuances, like the really small shit, is the shit that win you the championships. Them niggas do all the small stuff right, and it worked for them.
Yep. And want to talk about the Chiefs a little bit. I thought Patrick Mahomes had another one of these games where like he didn't start off fast, but in the third and fourth quarter, I thought he was like amazing. And he reminds me so much of Aaron Rodgers in the aspect of they just make plays that I just never seen a quarterback be able to make on a football field. Like their talent is just so supreme when it comes to playing the quarterback position. Like he was able to just get out of like scramble and get out of pressure just slightly enough to throw a pass, or he's somebody coming directly at him. He's able to like throw a sidearm pass just to get it slightly past the defender into a receiver's hand. He makes plays. He's able to sit back in a pocket as well and look over the top of the defense and fire off lasers. Like he is really nothing like that in a football game that he really can't do.
Yeah, like physically for one, he like it's crazy. He like the perfect size for a quarterback, and then his arm strength. And then on top of that, when I was watching him, I realized he play a lot off instinct though. So like he ain't really got to the point to where like he's necessarily, I won't say that he's not thinking the game all the way, because it takes some level to think the game to play at that type of level. But he really plays off instinct. Like he not even calculating that sign or pass. He out there playing like some pick up football style. Like you just trying to make the play. Like he like you know what I'm saying. And then once he's able to really break down and he get to really watching film and really able to dissect defenses, and still able to play off that instinct, he gonna really be. People think he unstoppable right now. Give him a couple more years under Andy Reid, and he start getting that mental like Alex Smith, matching with that cannon of an arm, and then his ability to just feel pressure naturally and make plays naturally. He gonna be insane. So like he's not done. He'll be back there again. He's definitely probably gonna win one. I'm definitely looking forward to that. As long as they keep his weapons intact for him, I think Tyreek Hill and Sammy Watkins was great for him, because them the type of receivers he need. Like another way is real speedy receivers that can go catch his long ball, and then receivers that can kind of work underneath. And then with like Travis Kelsey and stuff like that, he got great weapons. Like he got great weapons, and then he just got the physical attributes to make it happen. So he definitely gonna be back. He
Yep.
definitely gonna be
And
back.
that's another thing. Sammy Watkins was back and he was back in that game. And it just be like, dang, I wish Sammy Watkins could stay healthy for a while, because it's like he is so talented as a receiver and he fits so well with Patrick Mahomes in that offense. Like that, they have a greatest show on turf type of offense. It's just if everybody's gonna be healthy, because they got and with Watkins, Keel and Kelsey, it's just like where are you going to guard? Like the only reason why they wasn't able to get points in the first half is one, they didn't have the ball, and two, New England was actually able to bring pressure, be able to get there with 4 and 5. So that was the only thing. And then you see in the second half they just opened up the offense, and they were able to just move the ball at will against the Patriots.
Yeah,
Like
then one of
he
them drop a pass. One of them dropped like a big pass. One of their receivers dropped like a. Want to say it would have been a touchdown. He had him beat deep, and
uh
I think he missed him. No, he overthrew him. I think he
Yeah,
overthrew him.
he overthrew the running back, I believe. It
Yeah,
was a
had him
wheel
wide
route. It
open.
was
Yeah,
wide open too,
wide open.
and then he got sacked the next play, which messed him up because they knocked him out of field goal range.
Mhm.
We also need to give a shout out to the kickers for this weekend, because
Yeah.
they were drilling these kicks
What's my
last
one nigga?
weekend. Like,
Greg Zerline made
yeah,
a real big kick.
yeah, we can actually go over that over to that game. You can start, and I'll be right back. But start on your thoughts on that game, and I'll be right back.
All right. So yeah, my thoughts on that game is just first of all, like that call. I mean, that's gonna go down in history as something that's just as a stain on the look of the NFL. But overall, it was a good game. I was rooting for the Saints. I really thought they had, I would say, a better team all around. I feel like they had the momentum though. And then I definitely rock with like Michael Thomas and stuff like that. But the Rams is a good squad. Young coach, innovative coach, crazy defensive setup, and they got away with one. So I think they should definitely take that time to capitalize on this opportunity, because they definitely got away with one right there. Um, it was crazy, crazy game.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just saying, like, basically for one, like, you know what I'm saying, you can't talk about that game without the infamous call. Um, I was just saying like that was gonna be a stain. That's gonna be a stain. Very, very hard stain. For the
Yeah.
officiating of the NFL, because I mean, like, how do you miss something so blatant? And then it was like I seen a clip of like the ref was one of the line judges was telling the one line judge not to throw the flag. Like it was just a lot going on. Like it was just a lot going on. But it was a good game, man. I was rooting for the Saints. Um, it just ain't. I just felt like they was gonna come out a little stagnant. It was really kind of a back and forth game for real. I think Jared Goff played a very good game though. Um, and then I don't know Sean Payton. I don't even. I feel like it's just hard to discuss it like who had an advantage because like we know what would have happened if they would have called the play like. So it's just a that was just an ill game. I don't even really know what to think of it.
Yeah, it was, but I do have some thoughts on that. I think I don't think Drew Brees was particularly good in that game.
Yeah, they gotta
Like
get another. They gotta get another receiver though.
yeah, that's true because they were able to effectively take out they were able to effectively take Michael
Michael
Thomas
Thomas.
out the game, and they had to rely a lot on Alvin Kamara, a lot on Ted Ginn coming back from injury, which is still surprising. Every time I see Ted Ginn still making these big plays in big games, like
I feel
it's like
like
wow.
him and Drew Brees got a good chemistry, and I feel like he'd be a good third option. But as a second option, like they gotta get somebody else because like you could double team Michael Thomas, and then they know that you got Kamara. You ain't really got like no other like options for real. You got Ingram, so but if you're not really necessarily running the ball well, that kind of take him out the game. But yeah, I say if they get another receiver, serviceable receiver, they'll be right back where they was at. They got a decent defense. And Drew Brees, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you got a quarterback, you got a chance.
Yeah, and I think they if they just like do a little bit more work on their offensive line, maybe get a fresher tight end. Watson is cool, but he's a little bit long in the tooth. They need like just a little tweaks here and there, and then like just fix up their
Yeah.
defense a little bit. I thought their defense actually played really well. It's just the Rams offense is like they only put up 23 points in regulation, and that's a really good offense, especially when they were running the ball like that. Also, what the hell happened to Ty Gurley? Like, I
I don't know.
still
He was
haven't
playing
seen
terrible.
anything about that.
He was
Like,
playing terrible.
he dropped the first pass right into the hands of a
Him,
defender.
yeah.
Dropped another wide open pass. Then he wasn't getting no PT. They had a third and one. He didn't get the ball. Like it was just weird. Like
They was trying to say he was hurt, but I don't think he was hurt. I think he just was. He went there, like he just was having a bad game. Unfortunately, it came in the NFC Championship, but fortunately they won. But he was just having a bad game. They try to say it was like something wrong with his knee. I don't think it's really nothing wrong with his knee unless they really just lying, which could be which could be the truth as well. But I think he just had a bad game, and they just said we just rock with C.J. Anderson, let him get his head together and be ready for the next game. So
yeah, they better have they better have Todd Gurley ready for the Super Bowl. He better be ready to play at his top level because having C.J. Anderson ain't gonna cut it enough.
yeah, he got C.J. Anderson got to be the offset. He can't be the main. He can't be the main. He can't carry that load, and they really need Todd Gurley to win that game. Like he really got to have a big game in the passing game, man, running the ball. So he got to come
Uh,
ready.
Let me give a shout out to somebody that's in the chat. Let me give a shout out to this Trey X. He's one of the guys that calls fights on Marlowe's Corner, and I listen to that when I'm watching the fights. And he's like the best caller of a fight I've ever heard. Like he's able to do blow by blow, like with the fighters, like nonstop. So I want to give a shout
Okay.
out to him.
Okay. Shout out. Shout out.
Yeah, yeah. So we talked about the games a little bit. Do you what's your like keys to victory for like the Patriots and winning the Super Bowl?
The Patriots is to keep the Patriots one is to keep Tom Brady upright. You know what I'm saying? Don't let him get no pressure. Keep Aaron Donald off of him. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, keep Aaron Donald off of him. Uh, and just continue to do what they do. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know Bill Belichick gonna pull up the great game plan. Um, keep Gronk involved in it because when he getting the ball and he blocking at the same time in the running game, that he a huge weapon for them as well. And just keep doing what they're doing, but definitely keep Tom Brady protected as long as he can stay upright. Kansas City only touched me 1 time last week, so that would be my key to the game is just keep him protected, keep Aaron Donald off of him because we all know what happened when you put a hat on Tom Brady.
Yeah, mine would be one they need to get they need to do is they did with their ball control and just running the ball and keeping the clock moving, keeping the first downs going. Because I don't think they could get into a shootout with this Rams team. Like if they got to pass a lot of times, I think you will see Donald and Sue cause a lot of havoc for Tom Brady, and that's the main thing with Tom Brady is he don't like that pressure coming straight at him. He wants the pressure to come to the side so he can step up in the pocket and make his throws. So in a sense, it's a bad matchup for his offensive line if they're gonna have to do if they're gonna have to pass 40 more than 30 times. So you want to keep that ground game going. You want to get James White also. You want to get him going because those short passes and assists is help the run game as well, and it allows him to get the ball out early and not be able to get Donald and Sue able to get on you. Um, Also on defense, you want to be physical with the Rams receivers because they're not like physically imposing, but they just run great routes. So if you be physical with them, you'll be able to like slow them down and everything. Uh,
Yeah, because if you let Cooks get behind you, it's a wrap.
yeah, and they should have firsthand knowledge of what Cooks can do because he was just there last year.
And then for the Rams, man, Todd Gurley gotta come to play, man. He gotta have a big game, in my opinion. And then on the flip side, get to Tom Brady. That defensive line gotta get after it, force Tom Brady to rush some throws. If they can create some turnovers, I think they'll be in a good position. I know they can put points up, but I think it'll be on the defense to kind of not let them control the pace, not let New England control the pace, not let New England convert 3rd and 10s like Kansas City was doing. And then, like I said, if they can rush him off his spot and force a couple turnovers, maybe a fumble, interception, they definitely can be in. They definitely could have a chance of winning.
Yeah, and for me, theirs is also the, like I want them to come out and open up the playbook early and try to get
Mm-hmm.
especially with like some screens and things of that nature to try to get golf like settled down because I think that was a big problem in the NFC Championship game. I just thought he was rattled in the first quarter, like he was nervous, he was making bad reads, he just wasn't himself in the first quarter, and it took him a little bit to settle down. By the fourth quarter, though, I thought Goff was amazing. He had one bad play in the fourth quarter, is when he rushed the pass I thought they was going to get a touchdown on that drive. But other than that, I thought I thought he was actually very impressive in the way he stood up in the pocket, his throws that he made. He's one of those guys that can make every throw, but he also has that erraticness to his ability to play quarterback. So it's like you got to settle him down first, and then have him make those easy throws and then have them go to the more difficult throws and the easier throws. They also need to do a lot of play action and get the Patriots defense thinking, so it's not just them just pinning their ears back. Because I think a lot of the problem with the Chiefs in their first half as well is that the Patriots knew they were passing, so they were able to disguise this and come up with different schemes to get to the quarterback or to keep Mahomes in the pocket. With Golf, you don't have to so much keep him in the pocket, but you have to like get to him. And I think that Rams would be well to like do some play action and things to like get the Patriots off balance. And last, the Rams defense, they are going to have to get that extreme pressure on the court on Tom Brady up the middle. Like it's up to Sue. If Sue and Donald are dominant in this game, the Rams can blow the Patriots out. But if they not getting to the quarterback, and it's like a similar thing to how the Chiefs wasn't able to get to the quarterback, they lose. The Patriots gonna convert all those third downs. They're gonna keep them off the field, and the Rams not gonna be able to score enough. So those are
Yeah, if
just
you
my
let
keys.
Tom Brady sit back there, especially if you running any type of zone defenses or anything
Yeah,
like that, he's gonna shred you, especially if you don't get a hand on him. And then all right, yeah, it's gonna be a combination. It's gonna be interesting because it's not only is they got a young quarterback, they have a young coach as well. I know he got
yeah,
supreme confidence, but he got a lot to prove as well to come out and make sure he put together a good enough game plan to make sure that his young quarterback is not rattled. And then that's why I said Todd Gurley need to have a good game or at least start off fast with the screen, like you said, get him a good chunk of yardage to start off, so that they don't so that he don't have to out the gate on the first drive try to convert a 3rd and 6 or 3rd and long, and then if that don't work out, they not out of the game already, or he not, you know what I'm saying, confidence wise is not out of the game. So I think they definitely got a chance though. Like I said, if they can get to Tom Brady, um, force a couple turnovers, they should be all set. So who you
yeah.
got? Who your prediction?
I've been thinking about this, and I'm not going against the Patriots again. Like I'm going to bet them to win. I want to, so I think the Rams are a better, more talented team. But it's Belichick with 2 weeks to go, 2 weeks to plan, and Tom Brady with 2 weeks to read their defense and see what they like to do. And I think I'm gonna just go with the and a big deal is that they don't have Matt Patricia as their defensive coordinator because he was terrible. And the new defensive coordinator actually knows what he's doing, even though he's leaving after this year. He's going to be able to put up a game plan to stop the Rams. So I'm going to go with the Patriots in a game like 30-23. I'm thinking it's going to be a touchdown game. Like it's going to be a one possession game, and I got the Patriots edging it out.
Okay, okay. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna bet against the Patriots too, because we all know what happens when you bet against the Patriots. So I say Patriots. Let's see. I say Patriots 27-20.
27-20. Yep, I can see that. And plus, the Patriots don't blow teams. As Sangster always reiterates, the Patriots, all their Super Bowls are pretty close. So I wouldn't pick them to blow it out. But I think they're going to use a lot of ball control and a lot of time. They're going to have the ball for a long time and be able to freeze the Rams out in the sense.
Yeah, so yeah, that I feel like that's definitely their plan. So I'm interested to see how that work out. Now, like you said, if they get out and they drop Birdie a couple times early, like you said, it could turn into a blowout. That's why it really can go either way. You just definitely don't want to bet against the Patriots because they'll do nothing but crush everybody's dreams in the end. So, hey.
Yep. And, so I got some random like notes of things from like different playoff games that I wanted to touch on that I don't think we had a chance to talk about.
Mm.
Uh, so Chiefs Colts. I remember watching this game. Uh, Andrew Luck and Weather. I didn't think his arm was there, and I think that's a thing to look for in the future. Is just him on the road in playoff games or him on the road late in the season. I don't think he was able to push the ball and drive the ball deep like how he really wanted to in that cold weather, which is going to be a problem because Colts potentially will be going on the road to these different teams with these cold weather, with this cold weather, and it's something to look forward to if the Browns can actually get in the playoffs. for us to have a home game and have like somebody like the Colts coming in, we maybe get lucky because I don't think Andrew Luck can push the ball in this cold weather. Um,
Yeah, I think
Mahomes,
these
okay,
dumb quarterbacks is a little spoiled now. And I think that could be a product of him just coming back. And I never know how big is his hands, cause that could be a big issue too, where it get cold and he can't grip the ball, so he ain't able to put in a big enough spin on it. But that always works in the Browns' favor, just like when Brian Hoyer won like 6 games in the beginning of the season, and it got cold,
yeah,
and
he couldn't push the
he
ball
couldn't
no more
push the
through the
ball no
weather.
more. So yeah, that could definitely be an advantage for us come playoff time. So yeah, that was a good note. I'm definitely take a look at that.
Yeah, and the Williams, the running back that the Chiefs had, he reminded me a lot in that game of Dion Lewis, which is like one of those key players. Like if they can, they need to lock him up. They need to put a better runner, like a pure runner with him. But him as like a second and third down back, man, he was really good in that game. Like and in the Patriots game as well. He was really good at catching outside the catching passes, running routes. He was able to run on like when it wasn't an obvious running down, so like not on first down, but like on second and third down, he was able to
Mm.
run with space. So he reminded me a lot of Dion Lewis.
Yeah, that's becoming like the new wave in the league though. You like got Tariq Cohen, them type of backs like that. Even Alvin Kamara, like you become more valuable when you can get out the pocket, catch the ball, work in space. Cause I mean, shit, a 5 yard swing pass and a fucking run play is basically the same thing now. So if you could definitely, if you could do that, you definitely a weapon in the league. So. Yeah, he definitely got a glowing career coming ahead of him if he can stay consistent.
Yeah, and again, back on Sammy Watkins, man, he was incredible in that game too. It's just like it's good to see him on the field. Like you still see that potential in him, like how he had at Clemson. It's just he can't stay on the field.
Yeah, he just got to get healthy, man. A lot of the players like that's that explosive, they always struggle with like their ankles and their feet and shit like that, just because
Yeah,
they so explosive. So he gotta definitely just keep an eye on that. So he should definitely be he's so good though. Like if he can stay healthy, they can man, it can be so crazy. But he gotta stay healthy, and that's hard to do with them ankles and them feet when you that explosive as far as speed, being able to stop on a dime, cut and move like how he move. Um, so well, I definitely do hope he stay healthy though.
yeah. And I'm moving to the Rams and Cowboys. Um, Cowboys defense is so fast. They're extremely fast, but they just young. Like in a couple years, they may be the best defense in the league.
Yeah, they just need some coaching. Like that playoff game showed a lot too, because they just really was too young. They had to put Sean Lee in the game, and it was just all bad after that. But with a little bit more coaching, like you said, because they so fast of
Man,
a defense that especially at that linebacker position, and then like Lante always say, shout out to Lante, they got to get Jeff Heath out of there. Um,
yeah, man. Oh my goodness,
Cause
that
it's
he was being
yeah,
targeted.
yeah, he's I don't know, like he's a victim. So yeah, they definitely got to get him out of there. Once they do that though, like you said, with a little bit of coaching, they'd definitely be one of the better one in the league. And they all start with that linebacker position too. Like if you got good linebackers and a good corner on the outside, then you really set up for the best. And then if you got some pass rushers. So they definitely got a good setup. It's just hopefully that Jason Garrett is getting out of there immediately.
Yeah, and another thing I to look forward to on the Rams side for the Super Bowl is I thought they weren't good in the red zone. and that's a problem. They don't have like a red zone threat. They don't have like a big receiver to go to, or like a tight end, or somebody that's like that that's going to create that space vertically. So
Hmm.
like they just watch out for that in the Super Bowl because I think they were unimpressive in the red zone, and I think they were definitely missing like a fully healthy Gurley because a lot of the times that's what they did in the regular season. They gave the ball to Gurley in the red zone. He was able to find the end zone. So just be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with that once, because Cooper Cup's still out, correct?
Yes, he won't
Yeah,
be. Yeah,
and
he
that's
won't be in the
Golf's
Super Bowl.
favorite target. So if they could definitely add something to go in between Cooper Cup and Brandon Cooks, um, they'll be right back in the same position that they is right now. So definitely gonna keep an eye on that.
All right, and a couple other things. Prescott, I just think every time I watch him, like he's not bad at all. I don't think he needs to use his legs more. Like that's the one thing that I get every time I watch him is like he's a much more dangerous player when he's outside the pocket, where he's moving around, where he's running, where he actually like gives you that threat. It's like okay, now we have something else to defend for, and he's pretty accurate on the run. Like I would say it's probably even between his accuracy in the pocket and on the run. So he just needs to use his feet more. In his add that incorporate that into his game a little bit more.
And I think he just kind of caught up right now, trying to play a certain way. Um, so like once he get out of that mode to where I feel like, cause he think a lot about like what the critics say about him. I figure like he one of them players that kind of is affected by that. So he feel like he trying to play a certain type of way, but he very good. He's one of them quarterbacks that may not be able to get you over the hump, but you can be in the playoffs every year. You know what I'm saying? Conference championship games, like stuff like that. He's definitely solid for what they trying to do. But like you said, he just got to start playing a little bit more off instinct instead of trying to like just play like a natural quarterback and just play to win. Once he do that, he'd definitely start using his legs and with his arm, you know what I'm saying? He could definitely pass the ball and make the throws. It's just about being consistent on that end as far as throwing the ball is concerned.
All right, and my last thing is the left side of the Rams line is better than the right. So look for them to run a lot on that side in the Super Bowl. Like that's where they're going to prefer to want to go to, and look and see if the Patriots like notice that and like kind of stunt their line toward the left side.
Is that Wentworth side? That
Yep,
77 side? Yeah,
yep,
he a
that's where
beast.
Webb side.
He a
Yeah,
beast.
yeah, they were just moving like that's when CJ Anderson was running. That's what side he got most of his yards on, like middle and then to the left.
Mhm. Yeah, I can't wait till the game. I'm gonna watch the game though. I seen a lot of people saying like they was tired of seeing the Patriots in the Super Bowl stuff like that, but I'm interested to see how. I'm
No.
gonna watch definitely watch that game.
Yeah, me too. I don't know what people are talking about. This should be a great Super Bowl. The Rams is a really good team. So like even if you try to see the Patriots, you should be wanting to look for the Rams. They totally new blood. Like young coach, young quarterback, young team for real. It's outside of the stars on the defense. The stars on the defense is older, but they like stars, like real stars. Sue and Donald and Peters and
To
Talib.
lead, yeah.
So you know you're gonna get something from them. And Tom is one of the things I have from the Chargers Patriots game. That only thing I really have from that. Well, two things. Uh, Tom Brady, Dick and Duck is unstoppable. Like it's nothing you can do when he gets in that mode. Like it's like he gets locked on, and those 6 to 7 yard completions, like he can do that all day to anybody. So that's the one thing you really want to take away against the Patriots. You want to take away those 6 to 7 yard completions because once he gets in the row, it's just unstoppable.
Yeah, man, yeah. Cause they got that type of playbook. They run a lot of slants, a lot of underneath shit like that. Then, like you said, with them option routes, and then they receivers specialize in finding that open cushion. They destroy zones, and he don't get touched. So if you sit there and let him throw the ball 30 times and get 23 completions, 20 completions, then you got a problem. They're going to win. They gotta put a hat on him. Gotta put a hat on him, or he gonna pick them apart, and it's just gonna be another easy go down in history win. But like you said, the Rams is a good team. They built this team for this moment. The
Yep.
signings that they made, they put a lot of talent around that young quarterback, that young coach. So I'm interested to see they got a shot, man. So I'm definitely gonna watch the game. Definitely
Yep.
want to see what's gonna happen with that.
And my last comment about the playoffs, this all I got left is Philip Rivers is never going to win the big one. It's sad, but it's just never it's not in the cards for him.
Yeah, he
Like
played for the Chargers, man, and his main adversary is Tom Brady. Like he had no choice. It's like Jordan. It's like Charles Barkley or somebody like that. It's just like when you in that era with them type of players, with that type of player that's dominating that era like that, and there's other good teams around you. You just curse. He just that person that was good enough to lose, man. It's sad to say because he a Hall of Fame player, but he was just the person that was good enough to lose. He was Carl Malone, Charles Barkley, man. But hey, that's what happened when you got a Brady, when you got a Jordan that you going against.
yeah, yep, he in that era. He in that
So,
era. He had to deal with first it was Peyton Manning, then it was Tom Brady.
so yeah, he was cursed with that. But I don't know, man. They had a good ass team this year too. I really thought this year could have really been that year, but they just can't beat they cannot beat the Patriots. Like it's like written in stone. They cannot beat the Patriots. So shit, you already ready to talk some NBA?
Uh, yes, we can transition over to the NBA and what the hell is happening with Anthony Davis.
Man, tampering, man. They're gonna fine the Lakers $1 million for this shit. They're gonna fine LeBron, they're gonna fine Rich Paul. Like, how can they not know like this shit? Them niggas got the same manager, man. Like, you know what it is. Like where this shit didn't come out the blue. You know they sat back and talked about this shit. You know where he trying to go. You know you know what's going on. Like that's why the Pelicans came on and made that statement, basically saying like we gonna make this deal on our time. And they asked the NBA to investigate it for tampering and stuff like that, cause they know they know what's going on, and it's crazy because it's crazy how blatant that they putting moves into effect now, and they just basically the players is really just saying fuck the owners, they can doing whatever they want. Cause like Kevin Durant said, I said it was like we want all the players to do whatever it is that they want to do, cause we on borrowed time. We really don't know how long we gonna play, and I don't blame him sitting there being mediocre. And New Orleans ain't gonna help him. So shit, get out of there. I just wish he would have said something earlier. He could have said something long. I mean, I'm pretty sure he tried to wait it out. Them niggas had a run in the playoffs. They actually won a playoff series. But I feel like he kind of knew that was the far as they gonna go. I didn't see them going past further than that. So he gave him what shit? He been in the league since 2011. He gave him a good 7 years, 8 years of his career, 6, 7, 8 years of his career. So it's time to go and try to make a move to win. I mean, that's standard. It came out of nowhere, but I mean, I'm not. You can obviously see why he would want to make that move. It's just crazy because you know exactly where he trying to make that move to, and you can see how this shit was talked about in the beginning of the season, and now it's all just coming to fruition. So you could have seen it. You really could have seen it coming, honestly. But
Yeah, I'm interested. So I was thinking about something earlier, and I'm like, like where should he go? Not he probably gonna go to the Lakers, but they said the Knicks, and I'm like, would the Pelicans accept this deal? Porzingis? unprotected first from this year and next, not next year, but in 2 years from now, and Kevin Knox.
For Anthony Davis,
Yep.
I do it. I mean, shit, the Knicks ain't got nothing to lose. I know Porzingis tired of sitting there. And then what? Who else going? This who was talking about coming to the Knicks in free agency?
Kyrie and Jimmy Butler.
That could be it. That could be something he could do. Well, that's the case. I would do that. Well, I know they waiting on Boston though, because I think they feel like Boston could get in the best package. Honestly, I don't think honestly that the Lakers can put together a package that they actually accept or that they actually feel is feasible enough. Because the Lakers not really trying to give up young players, but not really trying to give up like the young players. Like they either gonna have to throw in Kuzma, Ball, or Ingram, or they gonna try to keep Kuzma and Josh Hart and trade Ingram and Lonzo Ball and I think Zubac or something like that. I don't think they gonna accept that though. So I see him going to Boston, honestly, or like you said, the Knicks. I like that, the Knicks.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be so. If I'm the Pelicans, though, I'm like, hey, give us Kuzma, Eagle, Ball. No, I said Kuzma, Eagle, Ball, and Hart. I need all four. I need all four.
Ooh, that's Steve. I
I
don't know
need
if
all
that ain't
four.
Magic.
Hey, you want us to wait till the summer and tell them to the Celtics, or you want to get it done right now?
Magic gonna get it done because he don't go fuck whoever gotta go, gotta go.
Because I think if you so because this would be the crazy part. If it's just Ball, Kuzma, uh, Zubac, and a couple firsts, y'all still have Ingram and Hart to make another deal, which I think y'all would do because I don't think y'all. There's no point in keeping Ingram at that point. It's like what position is he gonna play? So then
Yeah,
y'all gonna end up getting somebody else. So like I feel like if you gonna do that, you need to if I'm the Pelicans, I'm trying to strip the Lakers so they're not able to make another trade this in season.
yeah, they gotta finagle that though. I'm interested to see. Well, they got like 9 days because if they don't propose a trade before the deadline or some shit like that, then they lose leverage, and then the leverage go to Boston because they'll be able to trade for them in July, before free agency start, and still sign them to the extension. So that's interesting to watch out for because I feel like he's gonna be at the Lakers, but it's still a slim possibility if the Lakers don't get that done that you can see him with the Knicks or you can see him because you know what I'm saying he up for trade, so you never know who all might put a package together to try to come. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I'm pretty sure reaching out to him, trying to throw what they can throw at him. But Boston, if the Lakers don't make the trade in the next week or so, then all the leverage go to Boston.
Yep,
So we gonna
yep.
see about that.
And I'm also interested to see if Boston gets to the table, then what they would do with if they're gonna put Jason Tatum on the line because I think they should, but I don't think they. I think they think highlier of him than we realize. Like I think they're really like we not trying to trade him at no cost, which for Anthony Davis I think they should.
I mean, I would give up Hayward and Jalen Brown with the ease. I don't know if I can let. I don't know if I can let Tatum go. He too fucking good, man. And I feel like they still can put together a nice enough package to get him, um, without having to give up Tatum. So I'm interested to see how that works because they still got Rozier, Marcus Smart. They got a lot of different pieces they can put together for him. Like they so deep. Like that's why I feel like Boston still got the leverage right now. Because shit, if you give if Lakers give up all that and only get Anthony Davis back, they're still gonna be a decent team. But look what they left with though.
Yeah, it's gonna be the cupboard is gonna be dry. It's gonna be Rondo, But no, no, but this the thing though. I don't think y'all is gonna win this year on no like it's no. I don't see the probability of y'all winning this year anyway. So if you do that, you still got all these expiring deals. Let me check and see. Let me check and see how the money breaks out. Tracks. Because I think y'all will have so many expiring deals to where y'all could get another player. So if you got free agents like a Kimball Walker with y'all with Anthony Davis and LeBron, now you talking about winning the championship. Like that's the type of thing that y'all that needs to be done anyway. Let's see, Rondo coming off. Containers Caldwell Pope coming off. Oh no, he got to be in the trade. Well, I don't know. It might be close.
That's
Let's
what I'm
see.
saying. The cupboard might be bare. We really be asked out. But I mean, shit. You see what LeBron took to the finals last year. You had
Oh no,
Anthony
y'all
Davis
good
to that.
money. Y'all good money. Y'all have a if y'all get let's say if y'all trade damn that little day contract still on the books for 3 more years. Jesus. At 5 million a year. But if y'all trade Caldwell Pope Ball, hold on, let me see something. Pelican. All right. So Anthony Davis make 25 this year. So you got to equal 25. So Ball and Ingram is 12. Kuzma is 2. Yeah, and then Caldwell Pope is to 12. Yeah, so that gets you there right there. And then so that means those contracts are off your books. So that's an extra 15 million off your books for next year. But that'll be 25 in. So we add 10 to that. Yeah, y'all should still have enough space to get a max contract next year.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, we still got who left coming out next year? Clay Thompson.
It's
Um,
Clay, Kimba, Jimmy. Uh, I think that's the big ones though. Y'all, I don't think Clay going nowhere. I just
you
don't.
think Clay gonna stay? I think
Uh huh.
KD gonna be the one that leave.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he gonna leave. He either gonna re up for 1 more year or he gonna leave next year.
Yeah, I think he getting tired of them niggas. Try to win one more time. Shit, Boogie a free agent too, ain't he?
Yeah.
You think he gonna stay?
He gonna bounce, but he going to somebody that's gonna pay him.
Yeah,
Because let's
he want
say,
that
especially
pay.
if they win this year, you gonna have a chip. He gonna be like, all right, now let's get paid. Somebody like shit, Washington. No, they don't got no bread. I don't know. Maybe if the Knicks strike out, they'll go get him, put him with Porzingis. No, because they might. They go. Well, if they get a, it depends on what their pick is. Because if they get, they should be shooting to try to get a top 3 pick. They should be in that running too. Um, I'm still interested to see where the damn Cavs pick gonna be at too. They try their hardest to take, but it's some other teams taking right with their ass.
They so fucking terrible, man. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah,
I tried to
and I
watch the
see
game the other day. It was just bad.
and I see niggas be to the games, and I be like, how? Like these niggas suck, like badly, like horribly bad, like yuck. Like I would never go watch that bullshit in person.
Yeah, like it's getting to the point. It's worse than what you call it before LeBron came when we had Samardo Samuels and them.
No, it ain't never gonna get that bad.
Man, I shit, man. We got some man no names. You talking about some no names? It's
At
bad,
least
man.
see this is the thing though. At least we got a Jordan Crawford, Riley Hood. Um, these are NBA Tristan Thompson, Larry Nash Jr. Like at least they NBA players. Like before when LeBron left, we didn't have NBA players on the team. It was Lonzo G's, Christian Ainga, Manny
Oh, that's
Harris.
bad. That's
Yeah,
bad.
it was awful. Like it was the worst. So yeah, I can't say that this and Kevin Love will come back this year. So
Yeah, they just sitting on the bench chilling right now, just doing their thing, getting paid. He don't care about playing. He don't care about playing at all. But I can't wait, man. I can't wait till the playoffs, man. I really can't.
yeah, yeah. I think it's gonna be a lot. I think I can see a lot of upsets in the West this year in the playoffs. Like I
Is
can
Dem
see a. You said what?
is Denver still number one?
No, I think they down. I think they two or three now. I want to say they three. Hold on, let me check. They are two.
Okay, go to state one.
Yep.
Yeah, we see how that's shaping out. With the
Oh,
Lakers right now, there's the Lakers in the AC.
nope. Nice.
How
They
many games back?
two games back on the ninth.
Who in front of them?
It's the Clippers.
Clippers been playing some good basketball though. Lou Williams
Yeah,
had triple double off the bench the other day.
yeah. I like the Clippers team. They ain't gonna make the playoffs when LeBron come back though. But see,
LeBron
this the
team,
thing though. This the thing. Utah is ahead of y'all, and they got like the easiest schedule left in the West. Um, San Antonio is San Antonio, Houston, Portland, Oklahoma City. They like 5, 6 games ahead of y'all. No, Oklahoma City is 7 games ahead of y'all. Denver and Golden State. So like, how many places is y'all really gonna jump? Is the question. Like, y'all would need to go on like a crazy run in this second half
that's
to
not
like jump
happening.
some team. Cause y'all want to be in that. What you don't want to be is in the eighth seed. As you don't want to be and playing the Warriors first round.
Yeah, that'll fuck up the whole season. That just messed up all the anticipation. And they lose easily. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Because I just feel like LeBron did his patented sit out a couple games, let the team get their chemistry, but this ain't the East.
I was about to say that. Yeah, this ain't the East where you can
This
do
ain't
that
the East, man.
and go far. These niggas like when you go on a losing streak out west, your ass get out the playoffs.
Yeah,
Go on
you
a losing
going.
streak out east, you fourth seed.
Yeah, so you gotta be careful of that. And like I said, they got 9 days to make a trade.
Yeah, I think he comes back like next week.
Yeah, it's all good. What? It's all good. And they over there, they downstairs on that thing. Yeah, my fault. What was you saying, Teddy?
No, I was saying I don't think he coming back till next week. I think all reports indicate that he's still a couple days away. So
Yeah, yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back next week. He started practicing, I think, the other day or today, if I ain't mistaken. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying. He's taking his patented days off. He trying to see if them young niggas was gonna be able to pull it together. But he ain't got like no like his vets. The vets that's on the team ain't really playing good enough basketball right now for them to
and
bring it
they
together.
been hurt too.
Yeah, so it's like it ain't like how when he sat down them 15 games or whatever, and you had Kyrie and Kevin Love and Jr. Them is vets. Them is real basketball. Them is niggas that been in the league. They know how to rally together. They know how to come together as grown men. You know what I'm saying? These young dudes, they still trying to figure out how to finish a game out all the way. If they have the lead without turning the ball over and stuff like that. Like they had some good wins to come back against OKC. Um, a couple good wins, but they definitely gotta. You definitely would have had a little bit of higher expectations for them. I think some of that may fall on Lou Borton or not getting them all the way prepared to play all the time.
Yeah,
But it's a lot of pressure on them too, so
he
that's just something
definitely
they
on the
gotta
hot
work through.
seat, big hot seat.
Yeah, I know Jeannie Buss came out and basically said like she wasn't letting him go, but Irvin Magic he'll make that decision in a minute, though, and I think they're gonna try to go after a more veteran approach or a veteran coach because like Lou Walton is a very big name, but experience of dealing them with them type of personalities is different. And you know LeBron all about nostalgia, so ain't no telling who them niggas might pull out the woodwork to come coach that team. Lucky
Hold on, let
Phil
me.
Jackson already got prior engagement.
Right, I'll be right back. Hold on.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. So what else was going on in the NBA that you wanted to discuss?
this interesting story that was put out about Kyrie might not want to stay in Boston.
I figured that though. I figured that when he came out and said he apologized to Brian. I know what he looking for. He trying to recreate that same type of team. He know what he need to win, and he feel like he got the formula now. I figured
But
he
see,
wasn't gonna stay in Boston.
I don't think I don't know, man. I just don't see him leaving. Like, why would he leave? Like, where he gonna go? Like, I don't see him going to the Lakers because I don't think he want to play with LeBron. But
I feel like
it was
Boston the only team that can give him the chance to give him the team that he want. So it's
exactly.
best that he just stay there. But I figured he was gonna want to leave though. He one of them type of niggas, man. Undecided nigga, undecisive nigga. He ain't wanted to go with the flow, go with how he feeling at the time. That's why he had to call back and apologize and do all that other shit because he realized like, oh shit. Not even that he made a mistake and wanted to leave or whatever the case may be. He just realized that he thought at that moment in time, not that he don't have what it takes. He thought he had it what it takes at that moment in time to lead the team, and he didn't. And he suffered for it. He was hurt a little bit. It wasn't shit wasn't going exactly how he thought it was gonna go. But now he been balling lately. But yeah, I'll be the biggest question is where would he go besides the Knicks? The
Huh,
only way,
Mr.
Only reason I would say the Knicks is because he's from New Jersey, so that could be a thing. But
or Brooklyn. No, but Brooklyn don't need point guards. I think that's the position they don't need.
right, D'Angelo Russell been going crazy. Yeah, I can only see him either staying in Boston or going to the Knicks, or unless he really do want to go back and play with LeBron and fool everybody. That'd be crazy. Ain't no telling, man. You never know what these NBA players want to do. You never know. But I feel like he in the best position right now. He in one of the better positions for a star in the league with the team that he got behind him. So he need to finish this out right now because he got a chance to go to the finals. If he can stay healthy and keep playing like the way he playing.
Exactly. They just need Gordon Hayward. I don't know what the fuck is like. If I don't know if that injury is gonna take him 2 years to come back for, but if he could just get back to a close to what he was, like it'd be totally different. But like,
Yeah, he got them gruesome injuries like that though. I already know he's so timid right now. He just never gonna play the same. He just and he got the perfect game honestly to like even come off the bench, but he's so better than that. You don't really want him to come off the bench for real, but he got to find some type of rhythm because he gonna be that X factor. Because everybody know what the young boys gonna do. Everybody know what Terry gonna do. Everybody know what Kyrie and Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown and you know what Horford and Marcus Smart gonna bring. He the X factor. If he play good, if he come out and play up to Gordon Hayward, as if he come out and play up to that contract that he got, he'd be cool. But or they'll win. But they definitely gonna need him to figure out, get some type of rhythm, anything. But I'm interested to see, man. Who else you been watching? You been watching Toronto?
yeah, I watched that Houston game, and I don't know, like I feel like they missing something from their team. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that I'm just not that sold on Kyle Lowry in like playoffs, but like they missing like that one thing to put them over. I like a lot of the pieces of their team, and they like 11 deep, and in that game it showed because like um, what's the light skinned point guard on their team?
Van
Van
Vliet.
Fleet was good. Danny Green was real good. Leonard, of course, was good. Siakam and Ibaka is good. They still got Jonas. They got a good team. It's just I don't know what's missing. Like I feel like they would be like even better if they had that one other player that could just get a bucket. Like I feel like in the late game they're gonna rely on Kawhi Leonard too much.
Yeah, you would hope Danny Green could at least put the ball on the floor, but he definitely ain't trying to do that.
Yeah.
It's all about Kyle Lowry, man. What Kyle Lowry you gonna get? Whether he need to go decompress or whatever he need to do. But it's all about what Kyle Lowry you get. That all their success depends on how he come out and play. So he got a lot of expectations on him too, because he hadn't been his playoff performance last year was subpar. It was definitely subpar, but Kawhi is just a dog, man. I don't really even know what other way to explain it. Like he's so good. Like he really like that team is so versatile. It's so defensively it's so long and athletic. Like they interrupting a lot, and then all they gotta do is get their point guard play together. They bench still intact. It's all on Lowry, Kyle Lowry. Whatever he do, the pressure on him. What you think about Philly's direction?
um, I don't know, man. I honestly think they should trade Jimmy Butler right now. I think if they could get Tobias Harris for Jimmy Butler, I think they should do it. I don't think Jimmy Butler I don't think he just want. I don't think he want to be with them no more. Like I think he's just out on the idea of playing there, and I think he always wanted to go to a big market anyway. He got this. He got a bigger look of himself than what he really is, and I think he's a little better and a little bit more popular than what he is. And I think that they should. I don't think he's gonna ever fit with those two players because he gonna always realize that he's number three now, and I don't think that's something that he want to do. So I think
Yeah, I
they
can
should
see that.
trade him with the chance. Brooklyn or LA because I think that's where he will resign. Um, but yeah, or New York, but I don't think New York has anything to offer. So I honestly think they should move on from him. I know it seems early and premature, but I will get rid of him.
That's an interesting take on that. I didn't think about that, but I could see where he was already having trouble meshing in the beginning. He talked too much.
Yeah, like he one of those players that just will not shut up and just play, like not shut up and play, but like just play hard and not care about anything. Like he gotta have his imprint on something. Like his word gotta be like in the media. Like I feel like he one of those players that always gotta run and tell a media member something
And
instead of
see,
just
that's what's so
keep
crazy about it is what he worked himself up from though. Like where he started out at, like a quiet, hard-working individual who built himself up from just a defensive specialist or some type of 3 and D to like an all-around superstar type caliber player. And it's like he forgot, like he not humble no more, which I understand because you're supposed to know your worth, but at the same time. Ain't no point in shitting on your teammates. You ain't gonna get nothing out of that.
right.
Like doing all that shit he did in Minnesota, that was corny. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to get Wiggins motivated, there's other ways you could have got him motivated. You supposed to be a big homie, and you trying to call niggas out. Niggas, that was corny.
Yeah, and also I would have punched that nigga dead in his shit if I was one of them players. Uh,
Yeah, I don't know who he'd have been talking to like that. Like it'd have definitely been some scrapping going on in that bitch. But they whole shit was in disarray, man. Tibbs got some niggas practicing 5 hours a day. All the starters playing 48 minutes.
yeah, they
I mean, just fucked up around there. And I thought they was gonna. I mean, they still been playing some decent basketball though with the trades that with what they got
Oh
back
no,
from the
no,
trade.
they got the right pieces intact. They just need Wiggins to be they need Wiggins to be better. That's just the simple fact is. Like he has to get better, and if he can get better, they can actually be like a playoff team going forward all the time. But like
That nigga
it's
need
on him.
Wiggins to play. They need Wiggins to play OKC every game.
Right, man, he went the fuck off in that game. I was just like, he was not hesitant. He was going to the whole reckless abandon, shooting threes, playing hard defense. I was like, where the hell is this guy every week? But him and he got a little. It's a little bit of Jeff Green in there. Well,
Yeah,
a
just
lot of bit of Jeff
that
Green actually.
inconsistency,
Yeah,
flashes of brilliance, and then a lot of inconsistency. Yeah, that comes from confidence though. Confidence, cause Jeff Green was scoring 40 one night, then coming out not even scoring the next game, like crazy shit like that. So I can see that. But Jimmy Butler was trying to attack him for like not playing hard or like stuff like that, and I don't think he could have went at that a better way because I feel like that was a good team. Like the way they had that set up, I just think like Butler, like you said, had a little higher expectation of himself, which ain't nothing wrong to higher hold of yourself to higher expectations. But you know what I'm saying, you don't shit on your teammates. Like y'all not gonna get nowhere like that. Going to the media telling him he need to play hard and shit like that. Come on, it's better ways to do that shit, man. Everybody ain't Jordan. Everybody can't humiliate their teammates publicly and get away with that shit.
right. and he not good enough to be that. Like unless he get better, well, he already maxed out. He not good enough to be that type of guy. Because if he was that to level of a player, then it wouldn't have mattered. Like they would have been playing great anyway.
Mhm. Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. So yeah, that's interesting take though that you said to get rid of him though. I'm interested to see how that work out. But I'm gonna be paying attention to that. I never thought about that. So that was interesting. What about on the West? Who you like on the West?
Who I like on the West. I don't know. I could see it being Rockets Warriors again in the Western Conference Finals. I'm hoping that's not the case, but I can see that happen. I can just see with them getting Chris Paul back and they're gonna get Capella back. I like how Fareed is playing with them. Uh, they gonna. I feel like they're gonna make another trade this year too because they got Brandon Knight's contract and they got the first round draft picks. So I could just see them getting back to the Western Conference Finals. But I just want to see the playoffs because I think it's just a lot of interesting teams and interesting series. Like if the Rockets play the Thunder in the first or second round, that's gonna be an amazing series. If the Thunder play Denver in the playoffs in the second round, that's gonna be an amazing series. If the Spurs and the Rockets play, I think that's gonna be a really good series. Like it's plenty of good series that can get played. If Utah play Denver, that's gonna be a really good series of
I
teams that
just
we don't
want
know
Chris
what's gonna happen.
Paul to stay healthy. Denver, I mean Utah was one of my sleeper teams because I fuck with Joe Ingles. She be busting ass, but they need some help too because they rely on Donovan Mitchell a lot. He got a real high volume. He a high volume player. He got to get a little bit more efficient. But I like Utah though. I like their team. If Rubio can come out and give them some type of offense, they don't got to rely solely on Donovan Mitchell. They'll be all right.
Yeah,
I like Utah's team.
yeah. Somebody asked about Che asked about the Bucks, and you know it's crazy. Like I could if the Bucks make it to the finals, I actually think that's the perfect one of the perfect teams to play the Warriors. I think they match up really well with the Warriors. Funny enough, they got like all the beats to like the different types of players. I can see Giannis going to that next level if he can get to the finals.
Yeah, then they
Um,
blow Golden State out this year.
yeah, they blew Golden State out this year, and they lost to them. It's been good games though. The other game that they played was a real good game. But like I like Milwaukee's team. I think they're deep. They got they also got another move they can make. I like Middleton. I like the way Bledsoe playing. This is the best I ever seen Bledsoe play, and this the player that I thought he was going to be in the league. His
You,
lockdown defense. Um,
you wanna know
he
what it is though? It's Budenholzer, man.
Budenholzer.
It's the system, man. He put them niggas in the position, and then it just maximizing all of Antetokounmpo's strengths, and then making players like Bledsoe, Middleton, Brogdon.
You know where one of the moves that the Lakers fucked up on was Brook Lopez. Like they should have kept Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez is out there shooting 30-foot threes this year and making them at a high clip. Like
Stretching the floor.
he would have been perfect to have on this Lakers team with LeBron. Like I like Brook Lopez a lot. I like the fact that they can go small with Giannis at power forward or center.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they got like just little players like they got George Hill this year. He's playing good for them. Like he's a veteran. He tested. He know what to do in those big moments. Yeah, they so I just like their team. Even though I think the Celtics are a bad matchup for them, because I don't think they like the way the Celtics play defense. They take away like their best attributes, and offensively they shoot a lot of threes. So if you shoot a lot of threes against the Bucks, like their defense kind of breaks down. That's what
Mm-hmm.
the same way. That's how the Cavs beat the Hawks. Is they was just able to manipulate their defense into getting a lot of open threes. So that's the thing. But if they anybody else though in the East, I think they could beat. They will beat, and they'll come out. Because I think they better a little bit better than Toronto. Like overall, I like them a little bit better. I just trust their team a little bit more than I trust Toronto. Maybe I'm jaded because of how the Cavs ran through Toronto these last 3 years, but I don't see the Bucks getting ran through like that.
No, they definitely built way better, and then better coaching in my opinion. Better coaching always gonna give you an advantage as well, especially when you got that type of system like that with that type of depth. And then Giannis, man, he's just a freak of nature. Like he can win you games by himself. So then as long as you put shooters out on the perimeter for him, because he gonna command a double team once you start going off. All you gotta do, all you gotta do is recognize the double and pass out. Brogdon, Bledsoe, Middleton on the wing, and provide them with some bench scoring. But I like their coaching. I think they got the better coaching. So I'm definitely rocking with Milwaukee.
Yeah, Brogdon is definitely a person I forgot. Like he's been great this year, back to his form with like how he was 2 years ago when he won Rookie of the Year. And I just think, yeah, they got like I just trust them a little bit more. And you know what else helps that? I liked their series against the Celtics last year. I thought they came to play and they was really, really good. And I think the difference is I think this is a different blend. So I think he was coming from Phoenix last year and he was out of shape. Uh and he
Terry was
wasn't
cooking him.
yeah, he was getting cooked and he was out of his game, but I don't see that happening this year. I think he out for revenge and to prove that he's better than what he was showed last year.
I don't know. I'm all for it. I like Bledsoe. I like his game. I've been liking him since the Clippers. It's all about mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, if his mind in the right place, under the right type of coaching, he gonna be all right. He can make plays. He make plays off the dribble. He ain't bad on the defensive end either. He can shoot the ball a little bit. And he what they need a creator off the dribble. Run the pick and roll with Giannis or whoever. Like they still got like Thon Maker and shit like that. Different players like that. Brook Lopez stretch the floor, pick and pop. They versatile. They can do a lot of stuff. And then Giannis is just Giannis, so he's pretty much unstoppable. And once he get his jumper all the way consistent, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, and I just like to see him actually taking the jumper. And another thing, what's funny enough is Ben Simmons. He actually been taking jumpers like lately. Like he been shooting a little bit more. So I'm glad for that. You know, was I have watched I have watched two of their games in the last couple of weeks. Atlanta, they actually been decent these last couple of weeks since Collins came back. Like he is really, really, really good. Like I didn't think he was gonna be like this good, but like that dude gets you 20 every game, no matter what. Like he just got a game. Like he can shoot a jumper a little bit, but like his rolling to the basket, he reminds me of Amari Stoudemire and Trey Young passing. It goes so perfectly with it.
Yeah, I like the nucleus that they building down there. Then you got old Vince. I'm sorry, down there. With the mentorship. So that's good too to give them young boys something that they can look at as far as knowing and teaching them how to complete games and win games and being a winner. I think that'll help a lot. Talent wise, they got talent. I mean, I ain't like the biggest Bazemore fan or like Torian Prince fan, but they serve serviceable NBA players. Like they vets, they can play in the league, and then they just got to keep cultivating their young talent. Trey Young, John Collins. I like Collins' athleticism too. I didn't know he was as big of a scorer as he is, but
Yeah,
I definitely like his game.
and I
He
like I
play
like
physical too.
I like Herder too. Next time you watch the Hawks, watch him. He nice. He one of the white boys, but he like got like a nice smooth game, and he a shooter, but like he can play a little bit more. He kind of like I don't know. He kind of like remember Mike Dunleavy when he was on the Bucks. He kind of like
Hmm.
that. Yeah, he
Okay.
a tough white boy, but he can play. He ain't just a shooter.
Oh, okay. Definitely. Yeah, he probably put me in the mind of my nigga Joe Ankles then.
Yeah, yep, that's
Joe
yep.
Joe Eagles be cooking shit.
Yeah, this
Which
Pelicans. I mean, this Hawks Clippers game on right now.
did you watch the Duke game or did you see any clips from the
Yeah,
Duke
I
game?
watched the first two quarters. Zion was going crazy. Like it's just like crazy. Like how good he is. Like he reminds me so much of Charles Barkley. It's crazy. Like like to a T. Like his fluidness, his power. Like they had him bringing the ball up the court, and it just was like it was just so effortlessly. Like him spinning, like he never out of control to be that big and strong and fast. Like never out of control. Like the body control, he in the air, he can switch hands. Even though he is a left dominant finisher, but like he will switch hands on you. He can hang in the air a little bit and finish. Like I'm just so impressed. His jumper looked much improved. He had like 3 jumpers in the minutes that I was watching. Yeah, like I'm just like totally impressed with him.
I was just finding myself thinking the other day, like, please let his game translate though, like, cause
I
I would
just
hate
don't
to.
see it not though.
He
At
just too much of a physical specimen for it not to be like too fast, too strong. Like,
like
even
at
if getting
worst,
out of in the fast break, he could still score 15 points a game. Fast break.
exactly. That's my thing. At worst, just put his ass on the wing and tell him to run hard 10 times. Tell him to run hard all game, and he gonna get dunks. He gonna dunk on people. He gonna get like those highlights, even if it's just that. But like him in the post, like that's the thing that I think go. If you get a switch and he going against a love, it's an automatic bucket and one. Like if they try to foul, it's like there's no way like anybody under 6'5" is gonna be able to like even hold up. Like they, you know how they be putting like PJ Tucker on like bigger guys. Like that wouldn't work against Zion. He just too strong. Like he get in there, he gonna take that one dribble and he jumping over the top of you to lay the ball in the hole. Like once he take that dribble to pound you down, you're not even gonna be able to jump. So like that's my thing with him. Like I just don't see like how he not walking in the league 18-10 next year with a block a game and a steal a game. Like that athleticism. He got a good IQ on defense. Like he make like crazy plays on defense. I don't know. It's just it's interesting. Like he's one of my favorite players. I really hope the Cavs can get him. I know the NBA gonna hate us if we do, but I really
Yeah.
hope the Cavs can get him. Like
If the Cavs can get him, man, it's the start of a new era. But he a beast though, man. It's like all effortlessly though. Like how big he is, how fast he is. Him dunking the ball, like he got the nice in and out dribble on the break. He shoot the jumper sometimes, and he a finisher, man. That's what he do. And he block shots. He play defense. So he
and
gonna
he
be
not a
straight.
ball hog either. Like he will pass, a willing passer, and a good passer at that.
Yeah, that's because Coach K ain't playing that ball hawk shit. But yeah, he gonna be straight though. He just gotta continue to develop, just continue to develop all his skills, like get his handle a little bit better. Like you said, he not really never out of control, like when he on the break and stuff like that. So just continue because he can finish the rock at the rim. So he just got to continue to work on his game, continue to work on his handle and shit like that. That'll probably be like the only weakness and maybe like a consistent jumper. But other than that, he pretty much covering all bases as far as physically. And then he was a very underrated player compared to um what he can actually do. Like I feel like people feel like
Yeah.
he could only dribble and shit like that. So he was very underrated in that aspect of the game.
Yep, and I still like RJ Barrett. I know a lot of people are out on him, call him like a volume shooter and everything, but I just feel like I really like his like how he approached the game. Like maybe because he Canadian and he like aggressive, and that you rarely see that with the Canadian guys. Him and Jamal Murray are like the exceptions to the rule, but like the way he goes out there and he hunts for the shots and he plays hard defensively and he got that good mentality. I think he does need to be dialed down a little bit, but like I'd rather have to dial somebody down than to like get them up, like how Wiggins is. Like you gotta amp Wiggins up for him to want to play hard. Like RJ Barrett, I don't think that's ever going to be a problem. Like he's going to play hard, and I like his he's able to like he got a little bit of that. He got that craft that like Harden has. When it like if he gets you snaked on the pick and roll, like he going to get a bucket or a foul each time because it's like he knows he got those long strides and he knows how to play.
That's the biggest problem with the young players now is getting them to play hard even when they're not doing good. If you
Yeah,
ain't got to worry about a nigga playing hard, I take whatever come with him. Because if he gonna play hard every game and he can still get off, he can still get a bucket create off the dribble. He's valuable because he's not gonna stop playing. He's not gonna stop looking for the opportunity to capitalize, and that's all you really necessarily want for real, for real. Is you want your young guys to play hard and just capitalize off the opportunities. He a good player. I don't think like I think he's still gonna be good. And like I said, he got a high motor, so as long as he keep playing hard, he gonna be alright.
yeah. And the person I'm disappointed with on their team is Cam Reddish, but like I just think his game is more like it's better for the NBA. But like, is he has that type of mentality of where like you just don't know like if he likes basketball. Like he might be just doing it just because he can.
Yeah, and that'll be something that's snuffed out once he get to the league. Now it'll be like now he balling, he's still good, so it's kind of hard to tell. You'll see in the league whether or not his love for the game or if he do like playing the game. Because that do be the problem. Like some niggas just had the talent to do it, but they don't necessarily like that ain't necessarily something they want to do. Then that causes them not to play hard. So you definitely see that. Like now he can get away with it. He can still kind of coast because even though he at Duke, it's still college. But once you
Yeah,
get to the league, you will definitely start to weed out who want to play and who just doing it just because they can. Which I don't know none niggas that just hoop. Just well, I do know niggas that hoop in the league that just hoop the hoop. You got a bunch of players like that, but they turn out to be career players. But they just like out for self. They just you know what I'm saying. You know, one of them players that can come get you 20 a game. He ain't necessarily good for like efficiency or nothing like that. He just a bucket. He just know how to get a bucket. But it could be a case too that he has a game that translate more to the NBA than to college, just because of the way the style of the college is played. So we'll see. But for them to have that collection of talent, that's the best class they done had in a long time. That team, because they beat the shit out of who they play. I want to say it was like Wake Forest or something, or I'm tripping.
it was Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, so it was one of the colors. But
Yeah,
yeah, um, yeah, though. Their team is crazy, but I'm interested to see how they all turn out in the pros. Is there anything else in the agenda tonight?
no, that was basically it. I just wanted to
Oh yeah, one last thing, the Keith Thurman fight. What was your thoughts
oh
about that?
yeah, I did want to talk some things about boxing. So Keith Thurman, it was funny like watching it, and it was good to see him back because he is a talented boxer, and he was doing really good like first couple like in the first like 4 or 5 rounds. I thought he was boxing well. He was smooth. He The thing about Keith Thurman is he gets inside and outside, like he changes distances so well. So like he's able to be hit, and then he's not able to. Then you can't touch him. Like he's in there to throw his punches. Then he's moving back or moving out or moving sideways. So like that's good. But like he definitely got rocked in the seventh round, and he definitely was out of it. Oh, he was out on his feet, but he was able to like just stay up that slight longer enough, and the guy he was fighting just didn't have just enough power to like get him out of there. But like he was definitely out on his feet. All in all, for somebody that hadn't fought in 22 months, I thought he fought all right. Like I expected a little bit more, but like I won't criticize him too much because he did have like hand, shoulder, and elbow injuries. So like
He
it
said
was
he
a
want
good
to
get
fight.
back fight.
He said he want to fight Pacquiao.
I mean, that to me right now, that's a 50-50 fight. Like it could go literally in either way. Like
If he lose to Pacquiao, what would that do to his career though?
I mean, it's a setback, of course, but um yeah, it's a setback, of course, but like it's one of those setbacks where like he can still come back from it. But the thing it would do for Pacquiao career is like in a lot of people's eyes, they would think he's the best of this generation because that Floyd didn't fight like a lot of these younger fighters like he didn't fight a Spence or a Thurman or a Porter or a Garcia. Like he just didn't do it. He was already out. Like they'll start to put Pacquiao. You'll start to see people put Pacquiao ahead of Floyd. That's what I think. That's I think what happened if Thurman was to lose that fight. But I don't see Thurman losing that fight. I think anything it'll be like closer to a draw. Uh, because he gonna come in. He got much longer arms. He still punches hard, and he's able to like move much better than Adrian Broner. Like Broner tried to do some moving and countering, but like it's not the same as Keith Thurman's moving and countering. Like the Pacquiao's gonna have to really press the issue to like really land punches on Thurman if he wants to like box on the outside. And I think that's where Pacquiao will really run into some punches. With Broner, he tried to do that thing where like, he tried to do the same thing where it's like you baiting Pacquiao to come in and counter, but he don't throw in combination, so that you'll never be able to counter Pacquiao enough if you're not throwing a
What type
combination.
of boxer don't throw punches in combinations though? Like,
One that don't want to get hit clean. That's it. He been shell shocked like that ever since the Maidana fight. Like he just won't throw a combination because he's scared that if he throw a combination, somebody gonna catch him when he throwing that third punch. And two, Keith Thurman just punches a lot harder than Broner. I know people think just because Broner dropped Porter one time in a fight that he punches really hard, but it's more Thurman has rocked like just about anybody he's fought. He rocked Danny Garcia, he rocked Sean Porter, he stood people up in their tracks. So like it's not they don't have the same power. So if Thurman hits if some of them shots that Broner hit Pacquiao with, if Thurman hits some flush, he gonna definitely feel it.
so what do you think is the next? What do you think would be the most realistic next fight after that? Uh, Sean Porter rematch or try to go after Spence?
He not going after Spence this year. It'll be the Sean Porter rematch. And Trey did make a good point. Buddy Mayweather did throw a combination, but it's also the thing about Mayweather is like he didn't throw a combination, but one his straight right hand was much is much straighter and it affected his opponents much more than any punch that Broner throws. So that's the thing. Like Mayweather, he stopped people in their tracks when they came forward. Like you wasn't going to get off all those punches. And two, he stopped people from throwing like their best punches. So like if you watch like the last like 6 rounds of his fight against Pacquiao, Pacquiao stopped throwing his left hand because he knew he was going to miss it. Or he would throw it and miss it so much, like it was no point in even throwing it. So like that's the thing about Floyd that differentiates him from Broner in that case. But yeah, I see Porter or Garcia him giving a rematch to either one of them.
Who that?
Hopefully,
Ain't Danny Garcia about to fight or just fought?
no, he fight in April. He fight Granados who Broner actually fought, and he got a gift draw. He got a gift win against him. I thought it was either a draw or Granados won, but that's a different story. It was
Who
one of
you
those
think gonna
fights.
win that American who was it? American and damn, I just seen it. They about to fight.
Khan and Terrence Crawford, yeah, they
Yeah,
fight. They fight in April, and I think Khan gonna get knocked out.
yeah, that chin is fragile for
I
sure.
think he gonna get knocked out. I think it's gonna be competitive while it lasts, but I just can't see like I can't see Khan like staying being able to like withhold the power. Terrence Crawford actually has like sneaky power. Like what taught me that was the way he was able to like hold off Jeff Horn, who was big, and Pacquiao could not like hurt Jeff Horn for real. Like he hurt him in 1 round, but like he couldn't get him out of there. He couldn't drop him or nothing. And Terrence Crawford was able to like really hurt him. And that showed me that his power translated up to 147. So I think he's gonna knock out Khan. Khan too reckless with his punches. He one of those people that he needs to fight with less combination because he when he does his combinations, he sits in the pocket too long to where he's able to get countered. That's what happened against Daddy, and that's what happened against Canelo. That's why he was able to get knocked out. And Garcia versus Granados is interesting because Granados coming forward the whole fight. He came forward against Porter and Broner all fight, and Garcia don't like to let his hands go all the time. But yeah, I got Crawford by middle round knockout. Uh, yeah. Oh, my announcement was if if Tyson, so they got two dates for the Fury versus Wilder rematch. It's gonna
Mhm.
be either April 27th or May 18th. If it's May 18th, I'm going. I'm gonna
Where it's
go up
gonna
to. It's gonna be. It's supposed to be at the Barclays in New York, and I ain't never been to New York, so I've been wanting to go to New York all this time. I'm like, shit, I might as well go for this fight. So if it's May 18th, I'm going.
shit, we might have to put that in motion. I might have to
Yeah,
fuck
cause
with you on that.
because the weather gonna be nice enough to where I can actually like enjoy New York, and I might as well go for the fight. And it's only like a 5 hour drive for me from DC, so I'm like, shit, I can go up there for a couple of days and chill out.
Yeah, that'll be sweet. Hell yeah. Who you got
So
in that rematch?
I I'm not making my pick yet because I have no idea. I need to see what type of shape Fury is in first before I make that pick. Usually in those rematches like that, the boxer is like better off than the puncher because it's like they caught the timing. But with Wilder, it's just so hard to pick against him because like literally he can barely touch you with his right hand and you will go to sleep. Like I was watching, I can't remember, it was one of I think it was Gerald Washington because I was he had just fought this weekend. He is scrub by the way. But like Wilder was barely hitting this dude, and this dude was like really fucked up. So it's like when you go against Wilder, it only take that one punch that you could just be put to sleep.
Yeah, like yeah, he did drop Tyson Fury twice though. Like you just like, and that was just crazy because like you knew he had the punching power. Like you knew he didn't been knocked out a whole bunch of people, but him knocking him down twice though, that just let you know like, okay, this is the first real boxer that he facing right now with some experience, lineal champion. He knocked him down twice. He got a lot to prove though. He got to come back with a better game plan though, for sure. A little bit more better boxing technique. Um, but we'll get to the predictions when the time comes. All right, so
All right, well, yep, that's everything I got. It's some good fights this weekend, this Saturday. Kovalev got a rematch going on. He got knocked out against this dude he fighting Lady Alvarez.
yes,
Um,
Alvarez good. I did see that they was about to have a rematch.
Alvarez knocked Kovalev's ass out, and that was a good fight too. It was very competitive up until he got knocked out. Alvarez, the thing about Alvarez, that motherfucker punch hard, straight, and he big as hell. They say he came in like 190 during that fight, and that weight is 175. So he a big boy.
And Kovalev is the nigga Andre Ward had his fights with.
Yep,
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna definitely tune in on that on
yep.
Saturday.
That should be on ESPN.
Cool. I'm gonna
Yeah.
definitely tune in on that. All right, man. So we try to what's today Monday. We try to get one in sometime today with this week or something.
Yeah, let's shoot for like Thursday, Friday, because it should be some more news about this trade shit and the trade
All right.
deadline next week. So teams about to actually start moving and shaking.
Yeah, yeah, we can
Hopefully
definitely
the
do
cat
that. Then.
hopefully the
Yeah,
Cavs can get rid of some of these bum ass players.
yeah, some of these terrible ass contracts they got. But all right, man. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right.
All right.